everyone's different. With your talents and gifting, you are unique in your own way. Don't you mind what people say? So shine your colors bright, shining brighter than ever, and live your best life and do whatever you want. So shake those haters off. You're an eagle, so soar and rise above. Shine bright, show all your colors. You're not a carbon copy, so show them what you shine bright. Live a vibrant life, live vibrant with Sandra. Shine bright, show all your colors. You're not a carbon copy, so show them what you shine bright. Live a vibrant life, live vibrant with Sandra V.
Hi and welcome to Vibrant. I'm your host Sandra V, and man, I'm doing everything I can to stay seated in this chair. I have with me today none other than Willard Pugh. You know him as Harpo. Willard is an actor, singer, producer, and also a professor. So now help me welcome Willard Pugh. Willard.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For coming on our show. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do.
Oh, no, I'm excited.
Wow. Listen. We have been waiting to do this interview with you and learn more about who Willard Pugh is.
Okay.
So, we got some questions we want to
Let
ask.
Let them rip.
So, first off, I want to know, when and where did your acting career begin?
I actually started acting in Memphis, Tennessee. And I think the first thing I did, I was in kindergarten. And me and my sister were at First Presbyterian Kindergarten on Parkway. And she got a part as a mouse in a play.
Okay.
She's excited, I'm excited, but I'm in pre-kindergarten, she's in kindergarten, and she talked about it on the way home, and I'm going, I want to be in the play. And she was walking on the sidewalk, that little, how you do like a balance beam, fell and messed up her finger.
Oh, no.
So she could not be in the play.
Oh no. So
I had to take her place.
Oh my. Are you serious?
Yes, I am. And I told my grandma I want the longest tail and the biggest ears, so I could stand out on camera. So I was the big, ears and mouse tail, and that's when I started.
Wow. So acting was a childhood dream then?
From kids, from being 5 or so, I knew. And then when I was in elementary school, I had a tutor. And the tutor said, all little black kids can sing and dance. So why don't you learn to do something different? I said, then show me. And so he actually recommended me to the Memphis Children's Theater. And I think I was there for about 8 years, all the way through high school. And Lucille Ewing, God rest her soul, she's gone on. Cookie Ewing was my acting teacher also.
So and that began your formal training?
That began formal training with dance and building sets and acting, directing, singing, rehearsing the process and studying how acting really works, not just, playing around like I did. I used to do shows on my front porch even as a kid. I do James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, all 5 of the Jackson 5.
Are you serious?
And I dance, look, you keep dancing.
You can dance like Michael?
Oh shoot, girl, I was all up Temptation. I would dance the paint off the porch, okay? And my sister would sell Kool-Aid and lemonade, and we had a curtain on our porch. In the South area had porches, and I make my neighbors pay to see me too.
Are you kidding?
Oh, I was always a businessman. Show business girl about show.
If it didn't make dollars and cents,
it don't make sense. No sense. That's right. Don't make dollars. It don't make sense.
I love that. Now, so I can remember as a kid too, we used to do the little talent shows and stuff like that. But I never really aspired for.
I did mine on my porch, and I had chairs and seats, and I would get them from my neighbors and put them on the lawn. If you stand on the sidewalk, you still got to pay, because this sidewalk on Saturday morning belonged to me.
Oh my goodness.
Afternoon, you can do what you want to do.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Okay, but if
so, I'm listening.
If you want, you can step across the street, which you can't see because my yard went down like this, so you can't really see the show on the other side. Miss Dickie in them side of the street, you couldn't see.
Oh my
now, she
goodness.
could see because she's up on the porch, and she was my girlfriend, so I let her see.
Oh,
she was an older lady.
You like that? You like the older lady?
You know how when you're a child, when you're kids, I think I broke up with her. I had one girlfriend I called her name was Miss Sally, and Miss Dickie lived across the street. I was probably 5 years old. And Miss Sally says, "Willard, I just can't be with a man that's got a baby bottle. You 5 years old, you still want a baby bottle." I said, "I like my milk."
Did you get rid of the bottle?
No, I got rid of Miss Sally. Are you crazy? I had to let her go. She went up with my bottle. Oh no. So I said, I went down to the Parkway, which is like a major street, and I'm sitting on the curb, and I said, "Man, I hope a car come in and just run me over because Miss Sally done broke up with me." So I'm sitting on the curb waiting on the car to hit me. And Miss Dickie's getting off from work. So she get off the bus, come across. She said, "What you doing on the curb?" I said, "Miss Sally just broke up with me."
Did she say why?
That's what she said, "Why would she do that?" I said, "Because she said she cannot be with a man that still got a bottle at 5. I said, "I'm only 5.
It was about time.
She said, "Well, I'll be your girlfriend." I said, "What? Miss Dickie, you gonna be my girlfriend?"
Me and my bottle?
I said, "Come on." She had my bottle walking down the street. I said, "We gotta go by Miss Sally's house. Let's cross over the other side of the street."
You do it.
So we crossed to the other side of the street, and I make sure Miss Sally see me. She said, "What we doing?" I said, "Well, no, I got a new girlfriend."
Oh my goodness. While you sucking your bottle.
Hey.
That's too much.
Okay.
That's too much. So tell us, when did your big break come, or what was your big break?
Real big
as an
breaks?
actor.
To me, I've had several breaks. When I was a kid, I got to work with a guy by the name of Jerome Ragney that wrote the original Hair on Broadway.
Okay.
And I did my first album at 14.
Wow.
And it was just a great cast of people that a lot of them went on to do other things. George Caldwell, great musician out of New York. Vannice Thomas, the daughter of the late great Rufus Thomas. So I got exposed to a lot of those good people. I had a television show called Picture Pages when I was in high school.
Wow.
Bill Cosby did the national version. I had the local regional thing that we did on Picture Pages.
Really?
And so those to me were major breaks because I was touring in the 9th grade. I had to leave high school to go on the road. And then my first real big break for TV was Hill Street Blues.
Okay.
I played a PCP addict that was going crazy in the middle of the street. And it was right around the same time everybody was worried about those chokeholds in LA where the cops were choking people. And that was my first big show. And I actually got considered for an Emmy. I got this little card that said, "You have been considered for an Emmy."
Really?
And that was my first job.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Now everybody knows you as
Harpo. My mama forgot my name. Okay.
Your mother forgot your name.
Harpo? That's Mama, that ain't my name. You know my name, Mama.
Stop it.
No, but it's unfortunate. Well, you know, people. It's not unfortunate. People could remember you for a lot less things.
That's
and I've
true.
been called a lot worse things. So it doesn't bother me, and I'm grateful that people.
So do people still walk up to you and call you Harpo?
Honey,
all the time, huh?
My best friend, his mother died a couple of years ago, and we at the funeral, and I told him like I'm helping out, so he don't got to deal with stuff because he was really emotional. So I'm standing. I don't know if I was 10 feet away from the coffin. And a lady comes by as we were standing there because I was trying to help get the people moving around. And then she just says to me, "I'll kill Harpo. I love Harpo." I was just all the lines from "I kill him dead. God knows I will." I'm going like, does she not know where we are?
That at the funeral?
And I'm like, I know he's looking at me and I'm like, Stanley, this ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh my
It's just people do what they do. You know,
are you kidding me?
I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Oh.
But people do what they do, and there's fans is fans, and they everywhere you go.
Because I want to call you and say, "Harpo."
See that?
But I said, no, I won't.
No, it's okay. No.
So what do? You just go along with it? I just go along with it.
Sign the autograph or whatever? They remember you. They got to remember you.
Of course we remember you.
And that's been, what, 30-something years ago? So I thank God that they remember you and that you did something that was memorable.
Right, right.
No, it's a blessing.
Yeah, it really is. And then I understand that you have a BFA.
Yes, Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Yeah, and you taught at Chafee for some time, right? Yeah.
So
wow. So okay. So you went from the formal training as a child, and then as an adult.
And I went to college from children's theater. That was formal. All through high school, I was in the drama club, and actually in my yearbook, I look back because I'm working on a show for my 60th birthday, and I was actually most talented in my high school. And then when they asked you what you're going to be, I said actor. Wow. So when I looked at it, I've actually fulfilled what I said I was going to be in my yearbook. Then I went to Webster College for 2 years studying acting and music, classical voice. I got kicked out of there because they said I wasn't good enough for the program.
Oh.
Yet Marsha Mason got kicked out too, and she won an Oscar. Quiet as it kept. And then I went on to graduate from the University of South Dakota with a BFA in theater and drama, which is a Bachelor of Fine Arts, which they said was a little harder to get. And if you got the BFA, you'd be able to teach. That way, if my career didn't go the way I wanted to, I could still teach.
Sure.
Because my mother was a teacher for like 41 years in the Memphis school system. She was an elementary school teacher. So I grew up around education and teachers and things like that.
So what was it like for you to be in the classroom and you're imparting and teaching and training, you know, aspiring, actors, producers?
I taught world film history and American film history, which was just the history itself of movies.
Okay.
And then later I ended up teaching because they said I did not have a master's. They changed the requirements for teaching. And if you don't have a master's degree, you cannot continue to teach at the college level. At least at Chapey, that's what they told me.
Wow.
So I
with all that, coupled with all that experience you had?
Hey, I am who I am in America, and I understand how the game is played. As we discussed a little bit earlier, everybody know how the game is played.
Everybody don't know how the game is played.
And so they moved me to a vocational class. That was video was considered a vocational course. So I taught video production, and I enjoyed it, and I had and a little bit of acting, so I enjoyed it because it was lighting, the whole setup of how the business goes. Because I had a video business for about 21 years, shooting videos. I did everything from weddings to documentaries to short films to things for Blockbuster and home video, the little what they call shelf fillers.
Right.
For my friends, you know, I worked on little projects like that for years. So those were the things I enjoyed, and teaching the kids how it really worked. And so they could understand this business.
Yes.
Because it's called show business, not show art. Right. And most people really don't understand the business of the business. And it's like anything in life. It's like any game, like basketball. You can't play basketball with a soccer ball.
Right.
You really can't play basketball with a football.
Absolutely.
Okay, to make it harder.
Right.
Okay, and you really can't play with a baseball.
That's right.
So you have to understand the rules. And everybody wants to now come in, change the rules, do whatever they want to do. And that is not how it works. Everything has a process.
And I appreciate what you're saying in terms of the formal training and all that. So you actually, I mean, whether you're behind the camera, in front of the camera, whether a set needs to be built, whether editing needs to be done, I mean, you know it all.
In my day, we had to know it all.
Yeah.
You had to be, as a performer, you had to be a triple threat. I had to sing, I had to dance, and act. And back in the day, I could do all of them very well.
Right.
I thought singing was an exceptional talent because that's something I loved and I always did since I was young. I always sang. Acting, I had to learn and acquire the skill. I had an ability, but my teachers back in the day did bring out things in me that I had to tap into so I could do it again and recreate those things again and those emotions and feelings. We don't realize there's a little more work to it than it looks like. Now I don't have to think about it because it's like autopilot because I've been doing it all my life. But in the early days, you have to find those things. You have to find those places. And Jacobina Carroll, when I was at Webster, she taught Marilyn Monroe, was one of my acting teachers. And so I learned a lot from her. Miss Ewing
Adolph
was really
Caesar,
great. Adolph Caesar was one of my acting teachers too.
Yeah.
And ended up working with him in The Color Purple was like crazy.
I can
he was
only
at Washington
imagine.
University, him and Robert Hooks. And I took a class with them and they weren't going to let me out of school because this was classical training. This was African American theater. Oh, they were clashing. So, but I wanted to have that experience because I'm in a program which wasn't many African Americans in. I think the year I got kicked out, it was me in theater and Brian Williams, I think the guy named, that was in dance. So that's it. In the whole class of however many we had, I don't know if it was 50 students at the school. And each year you have to audition for the next year. So I think I made it through the first 2 years, and then to go to that next year to when they gave me the boot. But years later, they did use my name to recruit students, and I had to kind of stop action on that one, if you know what I mean? Cease and desist. So, and we move on. So, but you have to learn, you have to train, you have to practice, you have to rehearse, you have to take little jobs that are not the great. I mean, I've done over 50 plays, be they for pay or not pay as you get started. Videos when I first started, used to shoot for nothing. Concerts
and I mean, your career was just like back to back to back to back.
Well, once it got rolling, once it got rolling, I could Color Purple, RoboCop, CD4, Martin Show playing Martin's Country Cousin, Raging Harlem, I did a ton of commercials.
You played a gangster too.
Oh yeah, I forgot the name of them. Under the hula. And that's the best part for me about actors. Now to me, people just playing themselves in every movie. I like to be different characters. I like for people not to know it's me. Sometimes they'll watch a movie and say, "You're not in that movie." I said, "Then you must didn't see the movie because I'm in the movie. I know I did the movie."
Yeah.
And then you go back.
Hey there, it's Coach Sandra V. Listen, I wanted to reach out to you because I believe that there may be someone watching this video who you are feeling the need to be heard. I'm an active listener, and as your life coach, I will provide a safe, non-threatening, non-judgmental, sacred space for you to come and share your feelings and share your thoughts. And then from there, we can put together a doable, achievable plan so that we can get you progressing in the right direction according to the life you really want to live. I'm looking forward to working with you. Give me a call and let's get coaching.
Hello, my name is Damon Jones, real estate broker and owner of Purpose Real Estate Company, your commercial and residential real estate specialist. We're also certified with the National Commercial Real Estate Association. Please give us the opportunity to earn your trust when you're ready to purchase, sell, or invest in commercial or residential real estate. Our phone number is 562-688-6279. Visit our website at purposerealestate.com. We'll always follow up with you and stand by our word, because integrity, it's our foundation. We look forward to being of service to you. Thank you.
We have used Damon on real estate transactions for the past 20 years, and without a doubt, he is the best in the business.
The Chic Boutique is an online boutique that provides women with trendy styles and comfortable clothing at an amazing price. If you're looking for comfort, quality, and value, Chic is the place for you. Meet Kathy and Erica, owners and personal stylists. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Visit thechicboutique.com.
So like back when I did Rage in Harlem, people thought I was a Muslim, but I wasn't a Muslim. You know, so you do your research and study. Now people, to me, they're just walking through movies and playing themselves. I enjoyed playing different characters. Being Big Country Payne on Martin's show when he got married. I wanted to be as crazy as Martin's mother because I was on Martin's mother's side of the family. So I had to tell him. I told Keisha Campbell's dad, I get up in you like a pair of tight drawers. You know, everything was too tight. Everything was, you know, because country people wear stuff like that and don't think nothing about it.
Right.
They work hard all day. They just put a suit on, they're about to pop out of it, you know. But that just was a country thing that we did. My wife had so many fruit and things on top of her hat. If I got hungry, I could just reach up and get up an apple, you know. So and it was all about the comedy,
right?
You know? But sometimes egos are bigger than the show. So I actually, believe it or not, I got fired from that show. And I got fired by my friend. He's still my friend, but he did fire me.
Wow. So yeah, your roles are really diverse. I mean, you've played a police chief, you've played, you know, the gangster, you played the doctor, the mayor. I mean, I love it because you really couldn't just like be put in one category and get stuck there.
Well, I tried not to, but people really wanted to put me in one place. I played the mayor in RoboCop, and they liked the buffoonish guy. And every role, they kept wanting me to do the same guy, the same guy. And I had to just keep turning down stuff that probably was a lot of money, but for me as an actor, I already did it.
Yeah.
I did that already.
Yeah.
And there's some people that play the same role over and over, and they're happy with that. But I truly got into acting to be as diverse and do as many different characters and stuff as I can.
And you have absolutely done that.
Yeah, I went all the way to Spain to work on a movie because I wanted to do a Western. And I never got a Western here in America. So I got a chance to play in a Western, which is where I got my belt buckle from. I did ride the Black Rodeo here in LA for about 5 years in the early days, in the 80s.
That's the Bill Pickett
Rodeo. So I went to Spain so I could get to do a Western because I never got a Western here.
Wow.
And so I got to ride horses and have guns.
Because I see now you got your boots on.
Only difference, I ride motorcycles now. I can't ride the horses, but I got the iron horses now.
Right. So question, of all these different roles and with their diversity, was there ever a character that was really, really close to your true personality? Anybody that you can think of that was really, really close to who you really are?
I mean, okay, there's some part, all characters, I hate to tell people, there's a part of you.
Okay.
Because you're drawing from parts of you and then other people, my grandparents, people I was around and stuff like that. So there's parts of Harpo that, believe it or not, are parts of me.
Really?
Which are
like
not bad
what?
parts.
Like what? Which part of Harpo?
The compassionate side of him.
Really?
Because that part of me is really real. I had a sister with multiple sclerosis and I took care of her for almost 8 years. And the things that I had to do were things that most brothers would never do.
Right.
But it's your family, and like I told you, you asked that question, if it were you, what would you do?
Exactly.
And I never answered. People said, won't you feel it? She has the answer. And she would always say, I would do the same for you.
Right.
So that compassion that I gained from dealing with my sister and her illness, I do think it helped me in the role because that character had to have that kind of compassion because he loved his wife through whatever she went through because he was getting bad advice from the father.
Of course.
And if you really read the script and did your homework, which a lot of people didn't even read the book, but they saw the movie, his mother was beat to death. And his father, and he saw this by his father. So he was trying not to be the man his daddy was.
Right.
My grandfather wasn't no good. He was abusive. So he was trying to break that cycle, or as people sometimes say, that generational curse of badness. So he loved his wife enough to not try to hit her.
Right.
And then when he did hit her, that's only because Celie, who was a woman, said,
beat her.
This is what you should do. But even then he was uncomfortable with it.
Right.
So he was trying the whole time to be a better man.
I love that. I love that insight, and I had never really thought of it that way, because a lot of people would think maybe he just was a pushover or whatever.
Oh, girl, they called me, threatened me, told me I was a pushover. Angela Davis said Harpo, Stephen Fetcher lives in Harpo. I must have needed a job. All black men were just hating me. I was so weak and making the black man look bad. The Color Purple was a woman's movie. It was for women. It was not for men.
It was a chick flick.
Thank you. So if it had been a men's movie, it would have been a different way.
Right.
So I'm in a woman's movie, and that's the way the role went. It still was a great film no matter what.
It was. Absolutely.
And that's not all black people.
No. And I was going to say, too, a lot of times our black males are portrayed as the other who's, slapping the woman around and things like that and being abusive. So when you talk about compassion, then it brings back to mind how at the end of the movie, you and your wife were back together.
And Danny Glover was one to get the family to come back from Africa.
Yeah.
There are redeeming values in there. So sometimes people don't see it. They get so mad, they just block it out.
Right.
And if you don't like certain movies, then you have to make other movies that are better, but I find most people don't.
Sure.
And they talk about it, but they don't, or they're waiting for somebody else to give them some money to make it. But they're not putting up their own money. Spielberg put up a lot of his own money to make this movie. And unfortunately, if we had not had, unfortunately, how you look at it, if Steven wasn't connected to that movie, it never would have happened.
Wow.
Because even Quincy Jones, and they say everything he touches turns to gold, by himself couldn't have got that movie done because it didn't get done without Spielberg. Once he got Steven, then the ball started rolling and people started coming on board and it really started to happen.
I see.
Prior to that, it was a struggle.
And somewhere I heard about some of the things that you guys experienced in the place where it was filmed.
Oh God, it was Anson County, North Carolina, and they used to put on the call sheets, which are the sheets you get every morning to go to work. Tell you the scenes you're going to shoot that day. Don't go certain places by yourself. Make sure you get all the security. I mean, because it was a hub of the Klan, I think.
Okay.
And it was real. Couldn't go to certain stores. So that's a whole nother challenge.
Oh
God, I think me and Ray Dawn was in a Walmart or something, and the lady thought she was supposed to hold the door, and she said something very nice because Ray Dawn went in before her. It's like you know, we from California.
Okay, we don't know nothing about
and
that.
I'm thinking, I know, because I'm from the South. I'm from Memphis. So I kind of knew what Ray had done was a little left. But, you know, I'm going, Miss, she's not from here.
Yeah. New time. It's a new time.
It's a new
too.
time.
So, I know that you said you've done commercials.
Tons of commercials. I was let's see, American Express, Duracell. My last big one was for FedEx office. I was the FedEx office guy. I went in, told everybody, good job, so-and-so, you're doing this. It was a bathroom. Oh, well, anyway, good job. You know, so I've been blessed. My first one was a KFC commercial.
Really?
And believe it or not, Keenan Ivory Wynn was a guest in the restaurant. Him and Perry, somebody from one of them TV shows. Both of them now major stars, way past me, but they were actually in my first commercial.
Wow.
Back when people got paid to do commercials. It's a different day.
Really?
Yeah, it ain't the same. I think I made about $50,000 for that commercial back in the day.
My goodness.
You're lucky now if you can make $2,500. The runs are shorter. They got cable, internet, and nobody knows how to monitor it, so it was just gone to hell in a handbasket.
Wow. And then talking about voiceovers.
Oh God!
You were the voice of Red.
I was Red the Raisin for the California Raisins, but then they found out I was too black.
How can you
I
be
never
too
knew
black?
that them raisins could be too black.
How could you be too black? You had a gold chain on, you had the sunglasses, the mohawk.
Red the Raisin, and I was replaced with a Caucasian actor. And like I told him, I'm not mad, man. It is what it is.
Right.
But I surely thought Red was a brother.
Of course. How could it not be?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
But that's the industry that we're in.
That's the industry.
And there are some people who will speak clearer or more distinct than the King's English, with a more Caucasian tone. So, because believe it or not, Dorian Harewood was one of the raisins. Cree Summer was one of those raisins. But I was the raisin they let go.
Okay. Wow. Well.
Yeah. And I actually used to do the voice for Latter-day Saints. And I got let go from that job too, unfortunately. I don't kind of keep it positive. I gotta tell the truth. All I know is when those people looked at that booth and they saw me, I called my agent. I say, I don't think I got this job much longer.
Oh my goodness!
I done it for about 2 years.
I was getting ready to say. I think you had mentioned that you had been
I did about
that
2
voice
years.
for 2 years.
Latter-day Saints. God bless you. I'm going, they said, what is he doing in there?
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
I mean, I'm sure nowadays things would have changed, but
maybe
I think it was in the 80s.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
We don't know.
But that's the industry. Again, everybody don't know this game.
Everybody don't know this game. Everybody don't know.
Live your best life and do whatever you want. Shake those haters off. You're a nigga so and rise above. Shine bright, show all your colors. You're not a carbon copy.